guys, welcome to our another yet again amazing podcast called Days Inside. And yes, we have finally decided on the name after a lot of hard work, determination, discussion, and brain grinding sessions. We came up with this amazing name. So, yeah, and okay, let me first start off by addressing the issue which almost all the viewers of our previous podcast
Our
pointed it out.
so many viewers, so many,
Yeah,
like very high profile, so many, good amount of encouragement and everything.
yeah. So let me start off by addressing the issue. Yes, we forgot to introduce ourselves in the first one. So I am Shivaksh.
And I'm Akash, and we are back on episode 2. Okay, so let me tell you what this episode 2 is all about. And after listening to you guys, that is right, we listen to you guys, and that is the key way of actually how we do these videos. And we really like your support. No jokes. Yeah, no jokes. Okay. Anyway, this video will be topic related, and as we are highly philosophical, highly motivational, and not so bored at life, we are doing a very special student related show episode. That's right. We'll be doing Indian shows or Indian web series on Netflix and Amazon. So Shivaksh,
We
how are we gonna, what's it called? How are we gonna select our, what are the top shows we are selecting, and how are we gonna what is the criteria of their whether it's a good show, bad show, mediocre show, trash, or shouldn't even have even directed or filmed at all.
Okay, so before I tell you like which and all shows we'll be discussing, the main thing is the criteria. So we as engineers and master student have come up with a very scientific way of not ranking but discussing about shows.
Something
So
that you would need, like you as a viewer would need to understand and to classify any show.
these criteria are one of the defining moments or defining things about any show which leaves an impact on the viewers.
Researchers all around the world are currently writing papers after papers on these 5 very important methods of how you define whether a show is good or bad or straight up trash.
And they are yet like till now writing those papers. Okay, so this is like a sneak peek for you guys. This whole thing is not out yet, but other people will slowly catch up to it, so
Number
you got a heads up.
one.
Number one is t-shirt moment. So the t-shirt moment is a moment of a show or a particular dialogue or a particular punchline of the show which you can put on a t-shirt or a car sticker or something which will look, yeah. So those things are like the t-shirt moment. These kind of things leave an impact in such a way that these dialogues or something can be used as a counter attack of many things.
See, this
Yeah.
youth all around India are currently wearing shirts of many different types of shows or even movies on their shirts, and that means the movie has made it.
Yeah. So that is one of the defining moment of any TV show. So that is there. So, Kini, what's our next criteria?
Number 2 is actually the whole story itself. Like, you do know, like, every stories and all is made into movies and shit like that. And what you guys actually like is like whether the story is good or not. Whether you went for an intense movie or intense show and it turned out to be intense, or it was sad, or was it sad? Was it a good sad story? I mean, that doesn't make sense. But was it a good sad story, or was it a good intense story? So story is very important. Whether you liked it or you didn't like it because of whatever reason, like you didn't like the actor, or there was no
Or
dance, like there was no dance, breaks in between or musicals between, and that is why you didn't like the whole show. There are multiple reasons when people can hate. We are
yeah,
we are not short of reasons to hate a show. So yeah, the story, like whether you like the story or not, that is important.
yeah,
That is number two.
yeah, yeah. Like many people might not like some particular shows which do not allow the main character to turn into housefly or something.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Moving on. Moving on.
okay.
So, our third criteria is one of the most important criteria when it comes to any TV show or movie. Like, this is the criteria that, if not fulfilled, it won't leave a mark. Like, this is the thing which actually makes a viewer tell his or her friend to watch that show or a movie. This amazing criteria is called butt clenching moment. Okay, had action
Yeah,
was but okay.
it is what it is. Anyway, let me tell you a scientific paper that, as we are speaking about, right? It is written in that scientific paper that the number of butt clenches throughout a show is directly proportional to the popularity of the show. The more the butt clenches, the more popular the show will be. Like, it's a given. So you guys should understand. We will be speaking about lots of butt clenching shows, as you have read in the title. Some very, very butt clenching shows. And I've used the word butt clenching in that sentence way too many times.
Yeah. So, what is our next one, Kinney?
The next one is called wipe check. Like, it's very simple. And as the name suggests, when you were watching the movie, did it check your vibe? Were you chilling and you wanted to watch a chill show? Was it chilling with you? When you were intense and you're watching an intense show, was it intense with you? And after everything, did you feel right? Like, did you feel good? Like, did you feel like this was the right thing to do today on a Saturday night, where you could have been going out or anything, and you would rather sit and watch a show? Vibe check is a very important thing in nowadays life. And I'm not speaking about those people, especially those. Okay, I'm not going to speak about that. Just let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. um okay, what is the
So,
last one, Shivaks? Come on.
like as our third topic, butt clench is directly proportional to the success of the show. Our next topic is inversely proportional to the success of the show. This criteria can be summarized in just one action. Yeah. So this criteria is stupid moments.
The classic
M- m-
stupid moment
yeah.
go to dialogue would be, huh? What? No, no, why didn't he just, no, what? Ah, that होना ही था. Choo. I mean, oh, okay, let's continue.
Yeah. Like we saw it. We saw it coming. I mean, yeah. So these are the five criterias. And I think now you guys will agree that these are the most important criteria when it comes to deciding whether the show is good or bad, or how it left a impact, or whether you would recommend these show to your friends or not. So let me start off with our first show. Our first show came somewhere around September 2019
Oh, wait,
in
wait, wait, wait,
Amazon.
wait there. Howdy there. Wait, wait, wait. Before we start all this, let me tell you, very angry people, that this is all spoilers. So, any one of you who has not watched all the shows we're going to speak about, okay, shit, the shows we're going to speak about, that would be, you know, the title, obviously. We're going to go for Sacred Games. We're going to go for some, Mirzapur. What else do we have, Shivaksh?
We have Family Man. We
Lucky
have
there's a family man. Okay, let's continue. There
okay,
is,
Bard of Blood,
yeah.
and and then we have Comic Stan and multiple other stand-up comedy.
So yeah,
So yeah,
it's a it's a mixed breed of things, you know.
yeah.
So
S-
spoilers. So if you have not watched any of these,
I mean, if you have not watched, I don't know why you want to watch a podcast over it. But if you're smart,
Rick dies. I mean, also Rick and Morty. Let's just add in there as well. Rick dies. Yeah, I'm joking. It's not a
okay,
spoiler. It's not a spoiler. Don't worry.
yeah.
No. It's not a spoiler. Continue, continue. I'm sorry. Yeah, continue, continue.
So, so yes, moving on to our very first show, which we want to discuss. This show was released in September 2019 in Amazon. It was, for me personally, when I watched the trailer, I didn't expect much from this. I was expecting few amazing punchlines and dialogues and scenarios here and there, but I wasn't expecting much. But it delivered. I mean, it went amazing.
Not
So
not gonna
the
lie. Not gonna lie. When I watched the trailer, actually, I was kind of hooked. Like I knew this is gonna be a banger. Why did I think that? Only two words: Manoj Bajpayee. That man. My
yeah,
God.
so the show we are talking about is Family Man. Yeah, so to sum this whole show up, Manoj Vajpayee, his name of the character is Shrikant Tiwari, sorry. Shrikant Tiwari. Yeah, so he is a spy in National Agency, Intelligence Agency. Some name is there. Not raw. Some name is there. He's a spy in there. He's actually a senior analyst, main analyst or something. He analyzes the threat and makes battle plan accordingly and all those jazz. But the main important thing which defines this character is he's a typical middle class Indian guy, family man who actually drives a red Santro. I mean that just defines and checks all the boxes when it comes to
Shivaksh.
middle class family.
Shivaksh.
Hmm.
What does he eat normally during, like, is it vada pav and chai?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
See,
Typical Mumbai guy.
that is
Yeah.
how you would define any middle class person. Like, just standing there in that thela, eating like
Yeah.
vada pav, drinking chai.
Hmm.
Smoking is
I think.
injurious to health. I'm not gonna say the other part. Okay, smoking is injurious to health. We don't promote it here.
So yeah, so it was basically about a family man. The interesting thing about this series and character, and which added another layer to the show, was that his wife and kids, son and a daughter, didn't know about his work life. They thought that he is a government office worker who just sits on the desk and does normal file shifting thingy.
In
They
other
had,
words, boring person.
yeah, so they had no respect for him. No one actually cares what he is doing or not doing. So yeah, so that added a quite an amazing layer, an interesting layer to it.
Uh, Actually speaking, that is the recipe for any classic spy story, any classic spy movie. Actually, it's like the Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of thing. I'm gonna be a spy, and it's gonna be a cover in real. Like, I'll be what is that? What is it? The clerk or something like that. I don't know. What is he in the show? He's a clerk.
Yeah, he. I don't think they mentioned like on paper what his job is. It's just that he's a government office worker. Like, yeah, even his kids think that he doesn't do anything. That's why he's in government office rather than going for a private job.
Out here, man's fighting terrorists.
Hmm.
Back at home, he's fighting with his wife. Man, I tell you, life is hard.
So, moving to our criterias on
Wait.
which,
Let me. Oh, I love this. Shivaksh, can you tell the viewers, did you find any t-shirt moments in the show called Family Man?
yes, I did. Okay, so let me start off by saying that t-shirt moments were like in abundance in this, because it was like a most of the thing was like typical conversation between two people, especially middle class. So for me it felt very normal conversation which I wouldn't be putting on a t-shirt, but there were a few gems. I mean, like the t-shirt moment which I got, one of the t-shirt dialogue which I got is something, if I see on the rack today, now I'll go and get it. So the first one to mention, and the most amazing one in the whole list, not only for this show but other shows, is privacy is a myth, just like democracy.
Oh
I,
damn, son. Okay, that was
I,
yeah, but damn, boom, 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 boom.
I mean, I
Skia.
mean, yeah, I mean, look at it. And oh, and the best thing was it was delivered by, I think, not the main character, not by Tiwari. It was delivered by the co-actor. I think his character name was Talpade.
Tal
Yeah,
pade.
yeah. So he delivered this and with confidence, and oh, it was amazing. So it is one of the amazing T-shirt thingy which I got. And after this, I didn't get a very particular or prominent one, prominent T-shirt dialogue. It might be because it set the bar so high, but there were few meme kind of thingies which we can develop into T-shirt. Like there was a scene where the doctor tells our guy, no chicken, no alcohol, no cigarette, and he goes, अब जीने के लिए बचा ही क्या है? I mean, dope,
I don't know. You can make a
dope.
meme out of that. Like, put some boxes in there, red shirt,
Yeah,
white
yeah, yeah,
background, show some boxes, and the man just like
yeah.
that, just like that. Like, Manoj Bajpayee is
Hmm,
in the house.
hmm.
It's all
True,
ideas, ideas. I'm telling you, big ideas.
true.
Okay, so now that we've checked one of the criterias and we have already spoken about the story, how do you think? How do you feel about the story? Like, was it good? Was it bad? Did it pass the story criteria? What do you think, Shiva?
Yeah, for me it definitely passed. Like as I said in the beginning, I wasn't having a very high expectations from it, but it passed. I mean, obviously as expected, episode 1, episode 2 was somewhat slow. I wouldn't say slow, like it was like a build up. It was a good build up. I could feel like around mid episode 2 that okay, they are building up to something very amazing. So the story was a good graph. They were not like multiple spike kind of thingy that there were ups and then it goes very down. It was a good smooth upgoing graph. So yeah, for me it was a amazing piece when
But
it
the
comes to.
main question: were you satisfied by the story, though? Did you feel like you wanted more? Did the way it ended made you feel like, oh no, this
Hmm.
story is incomplete?
Yeah, I won't say that in the end I felt that the story is incomplete, but I would say that the last climax of the whole thing and all, I felt that they just tried to finish it off, like just get it over with. They could have played the whole thing in a different way and do something amazing out of it, but they chose in a way. To me, the ending part came down from this criteria to the stupid moment. Like there were few stupid moment here and there which brought the graph a bit down when it comes to the ending. But yeah,
So
overall,
let me get this. Okay, some shows are out there that are making three seasons from 25 days, and you're telling me these guys could have increased more, and they had the opportunity and they left it.
yeah, for
Well,
for me that's what it
that is
feels like.
unfortunate. But before we explore further into the stupid moments, before let's just go towards the vibe check. Yeah, what do you think about the vibe check? Like me personally, when I was watching the show, I felt like it's gonna be a like an intense kind of action kind of thing. But then I was like, it didn't actually feel that much action. Like it was mediocre. The action was balanced, the story was balanced. There was a bit of comedy, a lot of like intense situation where you have a lot of like suspense and everything is building up. It's very good that way. For me, vibe is checked. But
Yeah,
what do you think?
yeah, like for me, this is one of the show which I can see myself watching during the daytimes as well. Like usually, if there is a intense show like Sacred Games or Mirzapur or something like that, Game of Thrones and all that, you feel like you should watch it late night with your lights dim, focusing only on the screen and nothing else. But this was one of those show that you can put it on TV having lunch. You will enjoy the show, and it's not like you will miss out many things if you are eating and watching or something. So for me, when it comes to vibe check, it was a very pleasant,
So it's
nice,
so you're saying
homely
like
vibe.
you don't need like 100% attention, but it is fine because you can get through the whole thing without being like intense in your mind. It is not
Yeah.
exhausting like the other shows, like the other intense
Yes.
shows. It is not
Yeah.
exhausting.
Yeah, that is the right word, and which you brought up. It's not exhausting to my brain. So yeah.
Okay, now it's actually one of the most important, like proportionality. Are you guys ready? What do you think about the butt clenchers in this show?
I
I
should
don't
stop it actually.
I think you should I should really you should really stop, like you should
Yeah.
really stop that. I don't know. Okay, you do what you want. Like okay, it's fine. Like what do you think? Continue. Come on.
So yeah. So there were some major blood butt clenching moment to this. Okay, like major. From revealing who the real terrorist is and who the mastermind is, to
Oof.
like actually to the climax. Okay, climax, I won't say it was much of a butt clench, but it
Well,
was it was out there.
no, I didn't personally like the the climax of the whole thing. Like, did it like did it like I know it passed the white check, but what did it pass the butt clench moment? I don't think it passed the butt clenching moment.
Though,
My personally speaking, and do not picture this, please. My butt was not clenched during that time. Not gonna lie.
okay, so why I said the climax is, like, I actually didn't expect, like, the whole climax was the gas leak in the final factory and all those. So I actually didn't I was expecting the typical Indian show, like, oh, right at the moment of this gas leak or something, they will come, stop the whole thing, and everything will be back to normal or something. But instead of that, these guys showed, like, created that hype and they delivered it. I mean, the gas started leaking. So that was one of the moment as well. So and also, okay, let me put this out. It is what I am gonna say will continue to our next attribute, which is the stupid moment. This thing was crazy butt clench moment. His son found out the gun in his house, and
Oh,
that guy, 7 year old, 7 or 8 year old, is playing with a gun. He pointed that gun to himself to see how the bullet comes out, and his hand was on the trigger.
I think the safety was on at least, but it was a butt clench. It was a stupid butt clench.
Yeah.
Stupid butt clench. It's a mixture of attributes. This is not even. This is revolutionizing. People have not even thought about this. We are bringing to you a stupid butt clench moment from the show Family Man.
Yeah. So, as I said, it goes to the next attribute, which is stupid moment. I mean, he's a spy. He was sent to Kashmir for some spy shit. Will he not take his gun? I mean,
Come on, dude. Come on, man. Come on. Like,
the first thing before packing his clothes, the first thing he will keep with him is gun. He is going to Kashmir.
no. Let me put this into perspective. Okay, I have friends, yeah, who who can stash. You know what I mean. Better than this guy stashed his gun in the house. Like, leave this guy's son. If this guy is like, even if bloody the whole agency came to search for my friend's something, like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. They will not find it, and there he's hidden it such so nicely. And this is a bloody gun.
And a 7 year old found it. I mean, so yeah. And okay, this was one of the stupid moment. I won't say that this was a very story defining stupid moment, but one of the key story defining stupid moment was the terrorist who somehow managed to escape the hospital having sex with the nurse.
Oh my god. Man, if
Dude,
that guy had game, that guy's
bro,
game was on point.
no. Like for me, it was a stupid moment because they knew that these guys are prone to for escaping the capture and all that shit. They recaptured him.
You know what?
Okay, and after that, he they recaptured, right. He was getting transported, and
Yes,
the
yes,
van
yes, yes.
suddenly
Yes, yes,
turned
yes, yes,
upside
yes,
down.
yes,
He
yes.
ran. He was recaptured. So he was recaptured. He's a terrorist, okay, in a hospital, injured. And you think that there won't be any security for this guy? I mean, okay, I understood that at that moment they didn't realize that he is one of the most important terrorists, but at least you will leave at least 10 to 12 people in the hospital, right? Whole damn hospital. They
Okay,
removed every single agent.
okay, okay.
Only three.
Wait. I disagree with you. I'll tell you why. Till that moment, that guy, even to us, that guy's bad side was not shown. He was till then just a person trying to run away from his brother kind of person. You get me?
Hmm.
So that one aspect is like, that time we didn't know what kind of person this guy was, the big ass terrorist. Like, we didn't know that guy properly. We just thought he's like, a dude who's like, a crybaby kind of electrical engineer or chemical engineer, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the second part, they planned it in such a way that they had to be pulled out from there. The agents were there, they were pulled out for the reason.
Okay, so the thing is, yeah, they were pulled out, but you should see that there were only three agents, and out of these three,
Mhm.
one was not even equipped for field work. I mean, I think
Yeah, I
that
remember.
was,
The man died,
yeah,
innit? One of
yeah,
them died as well.
yeah. I think two of them died.
Oh, what an idiot.
Two of them died because of this only. I mean, okay, I understand that he was a low grade terrorist. He's a terrorist. At least you leave police there. I'm not asking whole army to be there, but police should be there, no, at
Man,
least.
Bajpayee spoke to his wife, man. Manoj Bajpayee spoke to his, not wife, sorry, mother.
Mother.
Yeah. Man's
What's
emotional. Allow it.
okay? You can be emotional, but when it comes to protocols, protocol isn't based on emotions, right?
Oh, man. We're speaking about Indian intel. Okay, that's too much. Let's stop. Okay, let's stop. Protocols. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Anyways. So this was my sum up and
That was
my
I felt like you did a good job, man. I think
yeah.
this as a whole show, this was a very very good show. Like, it got its t-shirt moments, very good
Hmm.
t-shirt moments. It had a very good story. What do you think? Story was good.
Yeah, story was
Story
nice.
was good. Story was good. It had butt clenches as well, like good amount. Stupid butt clenches, the new word anyway. And then there was the wipe check. Like he told, you can chill in the morning and watch that guy eat a vada pav while you eat a vada pav as well. White check. I swear, innit? Okay. And then there is stupid moments. Like, even though it's downfalls, every show has one or two or three or so many that it actually defines the show. But we're not gonna go there. But overall, I feel the Family Man, the whole show is a banger. What do you think?
Yep, it is. And if you guys haven't watched it and yet chose to listen to this, you
You
guys should definitely
oh
watch
oh,
The
I was
Family
gonna
Man.
go with a very different attitude. Okay, that's, oh, you should watch it. Yeah, I was gonna say you guys suck, but yeah, that's you guys should watch it. Yeah.
No, you guys are amazing
Yeah.
because you're gonna hit a like button there.
And just actually, like how, like, if you guys do not agree with something we say, voice it out in the comments. I
Or
want to see
or
who can argue about this show with Shivaksh. Just come on. I don't know. But
or if you guys have some other butt clench moment from this show or a t-shirt moment, please let us know in the comment.
yeah, let us know in the comments below. And I think it's time to go for the next one.
Yeah, so which is the next show we are discussing, Kenny?
And as you can see, Amazon brought out a banger straight from the start. And what was Netflix answer, or like, to this? And Imran Hashmi production, no, not Imran Hashmi production, and, like, Bard of Blood. That is the Netflix, version of, uh,
Uh,
what do you call it?
Netflix answer.
Netflix
Netflix answer.
answer to on the Family Man. So basically, Bar of Blood is a very, I don't know, action packed. What would you say? Action packed.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Like Bard of Blood is focused on action. I mean, like it is like intense, intense,
Yeah,
intense. Like
like, let's
go,
just try,
go,
straight go
go.
to the white check version of this. See, I do not hate on a show. Like, I watched the whole thing, so I'm not gonna lie. It did pass its vibe. Like, its vibe was intensity, like continuous
Hmm.
action, gunshots. Like, we always wanted to, like, we had an end goal from the start, that is rescue the, like, prisoners there.
Yeah.
We had that emotional connection with Imran. Like, he's, like, traumatic because of the loss of his partner, and now he's, like, Shakespeare. Like, that part, I do not
Hmm.
know. That man doesn't look like a Shakespeare teacher, but that would be an wrong thing to say, and that is why you should not judge a book by its cover. You see
Wow.
what I did there? I brought in the book. Okay, let it be. Anyway, the show was good. The show started with, like, Imran Hashmi being bought out as a, like, traumatic person who teaches Shakespeare to dumb students who don't like to listen to Shakespeare because no one does. And this man is actually an under, like, was actually a spy, like, agent, like your best agent, Imran Hashmi. Yeah, best agent. The abs are not there, but yeah, best agent. Man can do 100 push-ups, like fucking 200 push-ups, 300 push-ups in one go.
On his knuckles.
He's
On his
the
knuckles.
Chuck Norris of the Bollywood industry, the man that never dies, Imran Hashmi. Okay, sorry, I got into that, like, the zone. Anyway, yeah. So the thing
Imran
is,
Hashmi.
he was just he was discharged because, his, not discharged, like, on, like, he was thrown out, man. He was thrown out.
Release from duty.
Yeah, he released from duty because, psych, prob, like, he lost his partner because there was a mole in the, like, the agency, and
CIA.
they knew that his partner was coming, and, like, they wanted to find some Shahzad guy, and the Shahzad guy got away because Shahzad knew that this man is our guy Kabir, and his friend is coming. And the whole story is about he feeling sad about that shit and going to rescue, like, it's the, okay, let me give you that. It's the classic. It's the classic. Oh my god, what do we do in this situation? We have to get the best person we have, but we have removed him because of Psyche Valve. But he is the only one who can do this. But, but, okay, let's bring him in.
And
Yay,
that
Kabir is
person
back.
is
And that
and
is
that
literally the whole
person
show.
and that person is Imran Hashmi.
Imran Hashmi. No, no, actually,
Oh,
props to that dude, man. Props to that dude. He tried. He tried. He did a good job. Like,
he tried.
he
Yeah,
he
he
tried.
tried,
But
but
okay, let's continue. So there's some, like, Balochistan, or no, where I don't know which location. So there are these four
yeah.
people already tied up, and these people have to go and save them. Like, So this guy,
Hmm.
they, like, he doesn't. The guy who contacted him is also dead because of the mole, and now this guy has to go rogue to save those guys because जाग गया उसके अंदर. and
Yeah.
now he has to go there. So he gets his racked, like, no, he gets his, like, Avengers. That includes, was it? She gets, like, she gets all, like,
Yeah.
poked at for being a woman in the, you know fuck.
Black Widow.
Yeah, no,
He got his
imagine Black
Black
Widow
Widow.
being teased because she's a woman in Avengers. Yeah, that's what that girl is
I-
there.
yeah, Indian Black Widow.
Indian Black Widow, starring whoever she was, not famous yet. We shall find out soon when she becomes famous. And then there was a sad. I like that guy actually. There was an already, like, deep rooted mole in the Taliban. I forgot the man's name, but that guy was tricked into joining these people's rogue team to help these guys go through the borders of stuff. And like in every other movie, Imran Hashmi already had banged a girl in the place he was going and had connections. Obviously,
Imran
it's
Hashmi. I
Imran.
mean,
He
I
obviously had
think,
connections.
yeah, I think this is the reason they got Imran Hashmi, and they, because they must have thought, okay, how do we get connection out of a royal family who is in a most horrifying terrorist
Oh my
place?
god.
The only person who can have that kind of thing is Imran Hashmi.
But let me tell you, like, even the story writers were like, who should play the lead role? Okay, we're like, which is the key defining point in this whole show? Ah, them meeting the girl in, what's it called, whatever that place is, and this guy's like, oh, I think I already found a person. Let's go with Imran Hashmi. Oh my god. Anyway, the whole thing is, I think the story was good. T-shirt moments. It was a very casual. It was a very casual
Hmm.
show. To tell you the truth, I didn't really find any good T-shirt moments. Some shows don't have T-shirt moments.
Yeah. Yeah, like for me, the same thing. Like there are many shows who are so focused on the dialogues and all, which actually defines the show itself. Like few dialogues which the moment you hear, you will come to know which show we are talking about. But this show was more focused on the story and more focused on the action, not only in the sense like a lot of shooting and car chase and all those, but also like intensity when it comes to story and the way the characters were moving from locations and all those. So I think it was mainly focused on that rather than having a long lasting impact with good dialogues and all.
Yeah, it was what it was. A very good action, like, thriller show. And to think about it, it did have its good butt clench moments. Finding out,
Hmm.
like, how, what plan will they be able to do it, surviving that
Hmm.
guy dying. But like the biggest moment I felt like was a, I would call it a after clench.
We are defining terms here. We are
No, I'm not
defining
gonna lie, it
terms.
is like the whole show finished here.
Hmm.
Whole show is finished and now we have to get a season 2. What do we
Hmm.
do? Let's call it the
Yeah.
after clench. The whole thing is finished. Now there is Colonel Chetri. Man was psycho.
Yeah.
He was being like, bought into a group of people who are just, fucking around with, like, other terrorist group. It's another terrorist group. And what is the most after clench moment there? It is that his friend is not dead. Boom, his friend is not dead. And I found it clenchful for a second or two, and after that it became stupid. Why
Yeah.
is the man laughing? Man,
Yeah.
like, I do not get it. Like, why
Like,
was the man laughing?
I think this show has a very good share of stupid moments.
Oh yeah.
Don't you think
Oh
that, Kim?
my god, I just remembered. This man goes through an entire fucking, he's gonna go fight people, yeah? Fight people. Terrorist people. And they just barge in everywhere. He just barges in any place without a vest. In, like, agency का नाम खराब कर रहा है. and he just goes like, oh, I'm gonna go shoot someone. I'm like, really, bud? Really? You're gonna
Bro,
shoot?
he he
You are gonna
he,
shoot.
he he's Imran Hashmi, you know.
The
No one will dare to
man,
shoot him,
the
bro.
only thing he can shoot, and I don't want to tell her out loud. That's it. I'm telling you,
Ah.
Imran Hashmi is not the way to go about
Okay,
life, man.
I don't know how this podcast have turned into roast of Imran Hashmi.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry,
For somebody, yeah, like he tried. I
man.
mean,
I'm not. No,
yeah,
I'm
he
not gonna lie. That
tried.
guy is good, but was he good enough?
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, so it didn't had much of a t-shirt moment. It
Story was
was a
good.
good it was a good
Yeah,
story and
potential.
good story.
Potential was there.
Yeah, a good potential story. Not much of amazing butt clench.
Like two, three
It
here
was,
and there, and one after clench.
yeah, well, after clench. Okay, instead of butt clench, it had a after clench.
Yeah.
It had a vibe.
Yeah, vibe was there. Vibe was on point. I'll
Yeah,
give you that.
yeah, like the intense vibe, which everyone was expecting, looking at the trailer and all,
Was there?
is there.
Was there? It
Yeah,
is that. It's good.
yes, yeah. So that was good, and it had a good fair amount of stupid moment. So I think, okay, now, okay, Kinish, you think we should do a somewhat comparison kind of thing between Family Man and Bard of Blood? I mean, it basically has a same genre, like a spy
Okay.
of India trying to stop some random terrorist of Pakistan trying to do some really awful things in India. I mean, there is a potential of comparison there, don't you think?
I do think. Oh, you know what? Let me get into character one side. One side, there is the family man bringing in some very good t-shirt moments, good storyline, good amount of butt clenches. It had a special stupid butt clench moment as well. So it had a unique attribute. On the other side, we have Bard of Blood, 1 point, Imran Hashmi. I'm sorry, man. And there you go. I'm not joking. That's the comparison. It's done. Family Man
Yeah,
wins. Like
yeah, Family
without a doubt.
Man wins. Yeah, but I feel that in this Netflix tried a bit too much, you know. Like the thing which I liked about Family Man and which didn't find in this one, Part of Blood, is the simplicity. I mean, a normal viewer can actually relate to the struggles of yeah, what Tiwari in Family Man.
Only to the
He
extent of as a family person, and not the
yeah,
I like the fighting terrorist part, but
yeah,
the other one, like
yeah,
being a family man.
yeah, yeah. Like we could connect with it. If not with Tiwari, we can connect with the family of that
See,
guy. I mean,
right now, when Shivak is speaking about all this, what do I remember? I remember the kid blackmailing the father to get him some food or something, get him a pizza.
yeah, yeah,
I see,
yeah,
I did that.
yes,
I would like it. I relate. I love it.
yeah.
Another side, we have Imran Hashmi.
I mean, you know, he just goes to random terrorist place and finds out a girl which he banged. I
All
mean,
the, out of everything, out of everything, he was a photographer. Like he fell in love with this person in between a war zone while that guy was on assignment. I'm like, really, a love story here? Or and let me
but
let me hit. I think I actually did find a a t-shirt moment now. Thinking about it, yeah, thinking about it. मेरे को दोनों को बचाना है. मैं तुम उनको भी नहीं मरवा सकता और उसको भी नहीं मरवा सकता. It's personal, man. Yeah, the only part of the t-shirt is it's personal, man.
so I think if they can rename Bard of Blood to Personal Man, you know, the family man and the personal man.
Oh
I
lord,
don't know.
lol.
It was bad.
Oh my god.
I still don't know the right meaning of bard. I mean, bard of blood. I
Uh,
don't know.
one Google search later, I think it's one of those, a poet, yeah.
Hmm?
A poet, like a traditional one
Ah,
reciting
okay,
epics
okay.
and associated with a particular oral
See,
tradition.
again, a very Netflixy thing to
No, no,
do
I'm gonna tell you why I knew Bard before this.
because it rhymes with
Witcher,
Tard.
Witcher.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Witcher
Got
had
it.
the Bard, man.
Okay.
When a
I
humble
haven't seen.
bard.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyway, we have done the comparison, and I think, and as you guys told that you don't want anything that's about 50 minutes, so we decided to cut this thing right here. We have continued it, but you're only getting 45 because you asked it. Now enjoy this 45 minutes and get ready to get ready to enjoy another 50 or so minutes and not complain about it. Okay? And thank you for watching, and peace. Part 2 gonna be out like right after this, like just like that. Yeah.